Right now, and time to join our good friend Kim Baer, attorney at law, as we are here to talk about some things that you might not realize still exist. We're talking about bizarre laws, and every now and then you hear these, but I haven't seen anybody group them together like you have.
Yes, well, I thought it'd be a fun thing to talk about today. So instead of talking about something serious like divorce or car accidents, so right off the bat, I think we should talk about kissing.
About kissing?
About kissing.
There are laws involving kissing?
Oh, yeah.
Are these national or local Iowa laws?
These are Iowa laws.
These are
Iowa laws.
kind of silly Iowa laws.
Iowa laws, and then also city laws. And
Okay.
some of them may have been removed from the books, but they're fun to talk about, or they may still be on the books. So the first one is, if you are a man and you have a mustache, you cannot kiss a woman in public.
You can't?
No, it's
Well,
against
that's
the law.
why we never saw our governor kissing his
Well, there you go.
Maybe he
Yeah.
was just abiding by the law.
He's
Yeah,
Well,
he's
he was
just
a very lawful
following
man.
the law.
There you go.
Following
Very
the
lawful
law.
man.
I didn't realize
Now, does that
Yes.
include beards if you have the mustache that's attached to the beard?
It just says mustache.
So
All right.
beard's fine.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's
so if
big
you have a
handlebar.
beard but with no mustache, you might be all right.
Okay, good.
All right? Yeah, so yeah.
You want to
yeah.
kiss your wife and or girlfriend in public, you gotta shave the top part off.
Yeah. And so another point about kissing, you cannot kiss someone in public for longer than 5 minutes.
Oh.
So this made me wonder, maybe that's where the phrase "get a room" came from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because seriously, if you're going to kiss longer than 5 minutes, you need to get a room.
Yeah.
Or it's against the law.
That's too much PDA. You're breaking the law.
Yeah. Why
You're
would you
breaking the
want to
law.
do that for more than 5 minutes?
Well,
it kind of gets boring after 5 minutes.
Well, that's saying a lot about you, Lou. So,
Wow.
I know. So, then I thought this one was interesting. If you are a one-armed piano player, you have
Okay.
to play for free. You cannot charge for
Oh.
your work.
I would charge more.
Right.
You're
right.
more talented.
Exactly.
You're doing twice
exactly.
the work with one hand.
Yeah. So it makes you wonder where that came from.
Right.
I
I
mean,
was going to say, so what's the backstory?
yeah, and that I don't know. I mean, we can come up with all sorts of things. I mean, my guess is this must have been targeted at somebody specific.
Yeah, that somebody was doing something and charging for the novelty or something. We'll
Right.
do some research on this one to
Yes,
find out
we'll get back to
the
you.
origin of these bizarre laws.
Yeah. So another one, if you pick hops, and hops is what a lot of times barley is what
Right.
people use to make beer.
Right.
So in Iowa, if you are picking hops, you must put it in a box that is 36 inches long. Exactly. It can't be 35, it can't be 37, it has to be 36 inches. I am assuming that has to do something with the machine they were running it
And
through.
say the manufacturer or
Yes,
something.
yes. So someone said, you know what, these people are bringing odd sized boxes. It's
Gumming
more
up the
work for
works,
us.
yeah.
So just kind of a weird one. So another one, so ministers often, carry wine, if they're going
yeah.
to do the sacrament.
Sure.
So they have to have a permit if they're going to carry the wine over the state lines.
So if they went to Omaha.
If they went to Omaha, they've got to go get a permit. So, yeah.
To take the sacrament.
To take the sacrament. That's
Okay.
exactly right. Okay, now let's talk about a law in Des Moines that I think is still valid. It might not be, but it's been on the books. And that is, it's illegal to dance in Des Moines between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m.
What is this, Footloose?
I know. That has to do with regard to the bars, I bet. My guess is they want the bars shutting down at 2, and they probably had some bars saying, all we're doing is dancing.
Oh, they
Yeah.
say, oh,
Wouldn't
you know
think?
what? You can't dance
You
after
can't
2
dance
o'clock.
then. No, we're just, you're done. No dancing, no drinking, you're done.
No dancing.
Yeah, no dancing. No dancing after 2.
All right.
Okay, now Cedar Rapids, in the city limits, it's illegal to have your palm read.
Oh.
So,
It is?
yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I-
Cedar Rapids has that law.
So I went to school about 19 miles from Cedar Rapids, and there was someone, I remember, a big palm reading sign.
Yeah. Well, and this law might not be on the books anymore.
Okay.
So I didn't go through to look to see if they were still valid.
Unless it was in Marion.
Well, yeah, those
Okay.
people in Marion.
Marion are a little different
yeah,
now, okay.
Yeah. Dubuque. So I haven't been to Dubuque recently, but if you go to Dubuque, you need to check this out. A hotel that's in the city limits is required to have a water bucket and a hitching post for horses in the front of the hotel.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Which I'm
Do you
sure.
think that still exists?
I bet it does. They
I
still
hope
have
it
that
does.
kind of historical district
Yeah.
area. I bet they do.
Well, and it might be there because they have to have it too.
True.
So,
It's law.
Well, I hope they do. I hope some of the hotels abide by that and have a hitching post and a bucket.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So this one didn't make any sense to me. In Fort Madison, the fire department's required to practice for 15 minutes before they go to fight a fire. So if your house is burning down and you call the fire department, they're supposed to, I don't know if they have to do like the Chinese drill around the, figure out where we're all going to sit, or if they're supposed to pull the hose out. But the law says they have to practice for 15 minutes before they can go.
Oh, there needs to be a backstory investigation on this
Yeah,
one, too.
yeah.
Somebody did something where they just ran to a fire and didn't
Right.
have the equipment.
Didn't
or
have the
something.
equipment.
Yeah.
And I'd like to think that one's no longer valid because
Right.
that's
So.
kind of troubling to me as a lawyer. So,
Right.
all right. Now, in Ottumwa, it's illegal for a man to wink at a woman in public if he does not know her.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah. So there's no flirting. You got to watch that
Hey,
winking.
Kim?
You're safe.
You're
'cause
not
we're not
in
in
Ottumwa.
Ottumwa.
You're
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, you're
in
good.
That's why I'm taking advantage of it.
And you know each other, I think.
And we know each other. That's exactly right. Now, this one didn't come as a surprise to me. It's illegal if you have a friend or a relative who has passed away and they have one of those handicap stickers, it's illegal to use it after
Oh.
they've passed away.
Whoops.
Yeah. Well, there's shame on you. Yeah. So, but that one made
Who's
sense.
gonna use it then?
Well, I think you have to turn them in or destroy
okay.
them.
Isn't
or
it still
something.
Didn't want it to go to waste.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And then we have a really fun one from Ames.
Okay. For
Yes.
the Iowa State students that are watching this program right now, or anybody up there, want to pay attention to this one.
Yes. So it is strictly forbidden for a man who is in bed with a woman
Right.
to take more than 3 sips of a beer. So, and it's
Good.
actually his wife. So it applies to married couples. So if you and I were married and we're going to go to bed and you're drinking a beer, watching the ball game or whatever in the bedroom, you only get 3 sips. That's it. Now, interestingly, it doesn't say anything about the woman. So I can drink my
Right.
entire beer. Yeah, but you can't.
You can chug it.
Exactly. I'm good. You're
Very
breaking the
large
law.
gulps.
Yeah. So these are just some crazy fun things I thought we'd talk about this morning.
What's the punishment? Like, do you go to jail? Are you
Oh,
fined?
I'm sure it's a civil infraction. You can probably get a ticket. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Then you have to go find a lawyer to fight it.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
So call me.
So if you,
Call me.
if you want to take more than 3 sips of beer, if you're in bed with your wife up in Ames, might want to give Kim a call. And she might be able to do a little research
She'll
on this.
represent.
I sure hope I don't start getting calls from people with mustaches and one-arm piano players, but you never know.
But you'll at least listen to the case and see what's happening.
Never a dull moment. Yeah.
What if you're a one-arm piano player with a mustache in bed with your wife and you're thirsty for beer?
Right, and you want to wink at her,
And
and
you
you're in
wanna
a
wink at-
Tumblr.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
So many opportunities
Yeah.
here. But if people seriously want to get in touch with you and start a conversation about an issue they might have, what's the best way to
Right,
reach
so if
you?
you've got a serious issue, give us a call. 279-2000. We're right across the street from Vets Auditorium. So.
Perfect.
That works. Thank you, Kim. Good
All
to
right,
see you.
thank
This is
you.
fun stuff.
That's very
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
All right, we will be right back, and when we return, well, Cleveland Indians, if you're a fan, you've got to be a happy camper this morning. We'll tell you why, and a real cool new schedule for Major League Baseball that's going to start in 2018. We'll tell you about that coming back.